We're taking a look at ticker symbol FSLY. That's going to be Fastly Inc. 728 is where we ended Friday's trading session. Basically, the same where we ended on Thursday's trading session, down around 6 cents in here. Now, what are we going to be looking at in here going forward? Well, we have this big resistance right here. 757 is what we're going to be watching. Above that, it is going to be this upper trend line of this structure that we have been working on here. Basically, just kind of a descending wedge in here. But it looks like above 757, we should be hitting that upper trend line. That's going to be right around that 820 mark, 830 mark. Above that, we're looking at our next resistance of 872. That's going to be on the weekly chart. Now, support wise, 9-day EMA in here trading at 698. That is going to be our first support. Below that, we're looking at 633. If we go to the daily chart, you can kind of see where the volatility has been happening. Notice that we do have a gap that we need to fill in here right around that 606 mark. So we do have to be kind of concerned about that. If we start pulling back in here, you can see basically a whole lot of indecision, especially here's a doji here, and then you have that doji coming in on 523 as well. So kind of trying to make up its mind in here. 200 and that 9-day EMA basically all wrapped around the same area here, basically between the 720s and that 759 area, a 30-cent channel. We have to figure out what we're going to do in here. Are we going to hold all this, or are we going to finally breach this one way or another, head up to this upper trend line here, maybe bounce our head off here, or are we going to go all the way back down here to the 631 bounce, or are we going to have to do a little gap filling down here before we start working our way higher? That's going to be the question. So you have the 620 area, you have the 606 area on support wise, but really we're kind of hanging on to those 720s right now. Here is what it looks like on the daily chart. But if we can breach that 9-day EMA and hold, then the 200 SMA would come with it. We need to breach that and hold that. Obviously, we'd be above that 757. Then we can work our way up here to around those 820s, and then we'd be in good shape. IV contraction did happen, as you can see here, for the past couple weeks with this consolidation of basically just a 30-cent channel move in here. You have right around a 32-cent expected move by this Friday. If you go all the way out to the following Friday, 54 cents. June monthlies, everybody's pricing in right around 58 cents of an expected move. So if you can see long term, again, on the weekly chart, what we're looking at here, basically just this big descending wedge. We have to kind of get out of our way in here. Low risk, low reward plays all in all for these low kind of non-slow movers in here, right? But, if we do get a nice rip one way or another, just like we did here basically on that first week of May, then you could make some good money in here. But again, we'll kind of wait and see. Everybody's only pricing in right around a 30-cent expected move by this Friday. So we'll see what happens as we work our way through this next week here in Fastly. All right, guys, if you like this video, make sure to check us out on all of our social media. We also have a Discord service if you are interested, and you can find all of our socials in the description below.